Okay.
Hey y'all, it's We Ain't No Stupids again.
Oh, word. What
Yeah,
we
we're doing a movie review this time because fuck it, why not?
Basically.
Yeah, we went to go see Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. I think it's directed by Todd Phillips. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the line.
So jump right into that shit. First off, this is not a comic book movie. If you expecting a comic book movie, this ain't it.
Yeah, basically. Basically.
Yeah, and it's really appropriate that this shit is a period piece and it takes place in the 80s because they don't make movies like this no more. This is a throwback to like Clockwork Orange, Taxi Driver, The Shining, King of Comedy. It's like all that shit wrapped into one. This is really much. It feels like a love letter to those movies, especially Taxi Driver and King of Comedy, with the De Niro appearance. So what did you think of it? How'd you feel?
Man, I went into it not knowing what was going on. Basically, as far as thinking it was going to be a comic book movie, thinking it was going to be too much action, no real story, and a whole bunch of Hollywood fluff.
No Hollywood,
dude. No Hollywood. it was actually a great movie. Like,
yeah, fantastic. I loved it. But I thought I just liked it because I was crazy.
Yeah, no,
it was good to hear the same people like it too.
It was good and was crazy. It was like it was funny. To me, it was funny.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of scenes where we were the only ones laughing.
Maybe we crazy.
Yeah, maybe something wrong with us. Matter of fact, I can't think of a time in the movie where anybody laughed except for us.
Yeah. I think it was a lot of sick comedy out there.
Yeah,
like how dude. Well, can we? I guess we'll spoil it.
Yeah, fuck it, spoilers.
Right. So when dude killed the guy he used to work with, right?
Yeah.
And then the midget was hanging in the corner, and he got scared.
Yeah, and there was like nothing he could do.
And he couldn't even get out the house because he too short to reach the chain lock.
The chain lock, yeah.
Man, that was hilarious. Before that, when the Joker scared him a little bit when he walked past him, it was funny. Yo, that shit. I mean, the movie is sick comedy. If you got a twisted sense of humor, it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, but what's funny is this movie it kind of puts like a microscope on something that I've been noticing for a very long time, where it's like somebody will be getting fucked with. Like there are people in the world that everybody feel like it's okay to fuck with them, but it's not okay for them to fight back. I don't know if you've ever seen anything happen like this. Like you'll see it in real time. Like you'll see videos of like a kid getting bullied and nobody doing anything, but as soon as the kid is getting bullied fight back, everybody goes and breaks it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like what this movie is, where this dude getting pushed around and beat down at every turn, every corner. Like everybody's disrespecting this dude. And the moment that he stands up for himself, then it's like everybody's like, well, "What's wrong with you?" You know?
Yeah. I did notice that's like a hidden message. Another thing, man, as far as the whole resistance thing, like how everybody got behind it, was like he was a captain of the cult because he was able to step out from the norm and was unapologetic about it. Very unapologetic about it because he seemed crazy. Well, he was crazy. He was crazy. He was crazy. So, but it was like it wasn't without some type of cause. It wasn't like no fault with it. You know what I mean?
It was almost like he wasn't born crazy. He was driven crazy.
Yeah. And I think that's a big point of it. So, what about you, man?
As much as I say it's not a comic book movie, I feel like there was like a bunch of Batman Easter eggs in there that you had to pay attention to notice.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm as much as I love Batman, I wasn't really watching this as a Batman fan, so I'm pretty sure a lot of that stuff went over my head. From the way they were dropping names, I was like, I'm pretty sure that those names mean something, but I'm not about to figure out who they are.
Yeah, I feel you. And I think fact of me going in there thinking it was going to be a comic book movie, when I saw old girl take a liking to Joker a little bit, I automatically thought like, oh, that's going to be Harley Quinn. No. No, not the slightest.
Yeah, that's one part that got me. They really got me with that shit. Cause I was just like, this dude has a whole relationship with Zazie Beetz, and I'm like, how this crazy motherfucker pulled Zazie Beetz?
I couldn't believe it.
And then that reveal, well, it's a spoiler that I'm about to give you, but I'm not going to, like, the way they reveal it is incredible. But they basically show that he imagined their whole relationship, and then everything made sense. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and the way they revealed it was super dope.
Yeah. So I got a question for you, man, because I know you the real movie buff. I used to be pretty decent with movies, but nah, I'm not there yet. Not with you. So, far as people who go in there and they're very critical about movies, right?
Right.
So let's make this segment about like those people, instead of like, people like me. Yeah, the movie's great. I don't really know shit about movies and shit like that. But all right, for people who are into movies like that, far as the acting, character progression, and the way it was directed, how would you rate the movie and why?
10 on all of those. 10 on the script, 10 on the acting, 10 on the directing. If you want to get into cinematography and lighting and all that shit, you got to watch the Kind of Movie Critics podcast, because I ain't that deep. They go in. But yeah, the acting was pretty much perfect from everybody, including like little small characters. Like there's a guy that he works with. It's a black dude. When you know him, when you see him, he's one of those guys, like that guy. Like who was that black dude? You know what I'm saying? Like you saw the black dude, like, hey, I know that guy. But even like those guys that he worked with, they just talk in the locker room. Like their acting is like perfect. The way they react to him, and you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. And the way they was phony to him.
Yeah,
that shit blew my mind too. I was like, yo, and then he revealed it at the end. I was like, yo, this dude, he knows.
Yeah, like he knows. Like I know y'all laughing at me.
Yeah,
I'm just whatever. Because it's like that's another thing where it's like it's kind of fucked up because he's a good guy at heart. So it's like that's why that's why like the acting is so well, because it's like he knows people are laughing at him, but he doesn't care because he just wants people to laugh.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying? But it also hurts, but it's like, that's the one thing that keeps him okay, is that, well, at least they're laughing.
Yeah, because he feel like he's sent to make people laugh.
Yeah.
At all costs.
And then it's like how he's depressed the whole movie, and another thing is like, I'm not, and so the movie starts off with him having this condition where whenever he's nervous or uncomfortable, he laughs. And I couldn't tell if that was like a real condition or something that he just made up, because he's always laughing. You know what I'm saying?
Always laughing, yeah.
Because it's like,
but he has a car with him. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so it starts off with him like having all these scenes where he's laughing uncontrollably, and the more the movie goes on, the less he's laughing. So it's like, okay, does that mean he's gaining more confidence, and you know what I'm saying, he's just not nervous anymore? And then like there'll be something would happen and he would just laugh, because that's why you would see him laughing with that straight face. Mm-hmm. So it's like that laugh means something else. Like, and then you like just pick up that's what I'm like. So the directing is good from them telling them like, okay, cool. Here's a sprinkling of your crazy. Here's like, so you see what the way the personality pops out, and how like I said, you had to notice that he would dance in certain points. Like when he was feeling homicidal, he would dance. If he was feeling suicidal, he would do that laugh, that nervous laugh. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then like the more confident he got, the more like you saw him like beginning of the movie, he's hunched over. He wouldn't make eye contact with the people he was talking to, and he would kind of like stammer, and he would always like try to use humor, right? Because he knew that nervous laugh was coming. But by the time that scene happens where he's outside the hospital smoking a cigarette, talking to the police, is none of that. Like he's making full eye contact. He's not trying to make them laugh.
That was some good acting too. When homeboy got angry at the cops, told them all through the cigarette and everything, stormed back in the hospital and hit the fucking glass door. that oh man,
and he hit it hard as a bitch.
Yeah, it just seemed so
real. Yeah, like that was like it could have been a fucking blooper. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, and that's like the only real joke in the movie.
Yeah, basically, it wasn't too sick. Boy, these sick asses out there.
Yeah, so for a movie called Joker, about the Joker, there's no comedy relief in this movie.
No. Yeah, that's another thing that was good. It was no comedy relief, but at the same time, it still kept your attention.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things in that movie, period, that just keep your attention. I think, far as like the storytelling. This is coming from a non-movie buff though, but as far as the storytelling, I think, you know, the way the progression was for me, it was like, man, like I was waiting for it. I was like I said, I was going there thinking it was a comic book movie. I was just like, all right, waiting for the bullshit to happen. You know, the bullshit. You know,
fall into a pit of acid or something.
Some silly shit. But it wasn't. It was like for it to be like the Joker. It was a very serious ass movie.
And as fucked up as it sounds, like they did this very weird thing where, as he becomes more homicidal, it's like the movie starts off with me feeling sorry for this guy and pitying him, and then after he starts murdering people, I stopped feeling sorry for him and started feeling like, okay, good for you, kind of.
Yeah.
Like,
felt
okay,
he
at
was
least
standing up for himself.
Not just that, but it's like, it's more like he's kind of finding his peace of mind and his sanity. Like what he was looking for with the counselor visits and the medicine that he kept taking.
Oh yeah.
It's like he's finding it. Yeah, he's finding it now with his murdering. Like now he's at peace now. He feels better. Like he feels good now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he's no longer tortured. You know.
Yeah, there's more than just like that. This dude was awful, motherfucker.
Yeah, and another thing about the directing is I don't know how the fuck they did this shit, but like every time they show his notebook, it'll be like a whole bunch of words, but they know how to make you focus on
a certain I know that
paragraph.
Too, yeah.
It was just like we always read what they wanted us to read. You know what I'm saying?
That was kind of weird.
I don't know how the fuck he did that shit.
Yeah, because when he was flipping through the notebooks in the joint, I was like, yo, what the fuck is that about? And I was like, I don't know, maybe I was reading too much into it, or maybe it was just like how you said, perfect directing. Like they wanted you to be like, yo, what was that? Like what was that? How would you gonna spin that around? Because it was his journal / joke book.
Yeah.
So it was like you see something that'll just like pop out, and you're like, what the hell? So that's another thing about the movie. You have to pay attention to every single thing. It's like well, I shouldn't say that. It's a very serious movie, but watch it like a comedy movie. If anybody watches comedy movies, you know you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention to every small, simple thing or whatever. Like I was watching one comedy movie a long time ago, right? They was out there in the jungle. I think it was in the army or something. I can't remember the damn. It was a World War II comedy movie. So they was up there. They saw the enemies up there, and the guy was like, "Shh," and then they start walking again, and the leaves start crackling. Like it's one of those type. It was one of those type serious movies. Like you got to pay attention to every single thing, and things start adding up at the end when you see them actually become, I guess, insane. Because it really,
but it kind of seemed like he went insane.
It seemed like he was going insane.
Yeah, that shit is weird. That's perfect.
Yeah, because it was like he was delusional in the beginning, and then he became a realist at the end, and then it started to unravel. Like, yo, this didn't really happen the way I thought it happened because I was looking through it Joker's eyes.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, that had to be one of the most perfect movies I've seen.
Yeah, it's really
like
very
actually a good movie. This to the point where I was excited. Like even after the fact, I was like, "Yo, we got to do a review." I was excited at work thinking about this movie. I was like, "Yo, this is gonna be a comic book movie." I did expect some of the damn. I thought I turned this shit down. I did expect some of the Flash and some of that the Hollywood shit, but on some real, it didn't need it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say DC, what they should do, because they've been struggling to build a reputation because they keep rebooting. What they need to do is
they got the truth though.
So what?
The comic books are the truth though.
Really?
Hell,
I can't.
DC comic books?
I don't know. I can't fuck with it. But Suicide Squad is about to get rebooted. Then they got the Birds of Prey coming out, and then you just had Joker. If they can stick to making super villain movies and let Marvel make the superhero movies, they might be
that
alright.
hero shit kind of played out.
Yeah, like so they might be alright. Cause Harley Quinn movie look like it's gonna be alright. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't even
you
know.
ain't look at it? Yeah, we posted in the group chat. But yeah. So I'm gonna say go see it. You got two stupids giving 2 thumbs up.
Too stupid. Hell yeah.
Any last thing you wanna say about it?
Shit, nah, man. Awesome movie. If you're a stickler, man, I feel like even a stickler would like that movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I can go to that movie with my girl, even though she don't like movies like that. I feel like she could respect that movie. I feel like it's like that. I feel like it's respectable.
I don't know about that one, bro.
I really feel like it's respectable though. Like the seat, because I don't feel like you even have to know anything about the comic.
Not at all.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a respectable movie for us. Him like going and saying, and then to actually respect, like he's actually seeing the world for what it really is.
Oh, and another thing that I can say, it feels like this movie is about the guy who inspired Heath Ledger's Joker. It would make so much sense if anybody was watching the TV when he goes on that talk show and he says all those philosophies and stuff, like the way the conversation he has with De Niro sounds a lot like what the Joker was saying to Two-Face in the hospital.
Yeah.
Like it's the same, like, you remember how he was just like, he's like, I say one little mayor's want to die and everyone loses their minds. And the same thing like when Joaquin said, like, fuck those 3 guys in the subway. Why? Because Thomas Wayne said they're important. The fuck, if I was down on the street, y'all walk right over me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He made a lot of points. So it was deep when he talked.
Yeah.
It was,
and you see how he got there. That shit is incredible.
Yeah, that's what really makes the movie. The progression of how he got to the point where he is now to be sane.
Word up. All right, well, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, we gonna holler at y'all whenever the fuck that is.
Deuces.
Deuces.